Hello, Typography here. In today's video, I'll be showing you how to set up a baseline grid in Adobe InDesign. So without further ado, let's get right into it. So as you can see, I've just created a new InDesign document right here and inserted a text box with some text. And let's say that we actually want to set up a baseline grid for our document right here that is based on our text. We can actually do that in a few easy steps. So first of all, we have our text ready right here. And from here, we can actually start to create our baseline grid. So the first thing you want to do is to turn on the baseline grid. And you can actually do that if you go over to the toolbar in the left side of the screen and find this View options. And if you click on this, you can see that we have some different options right here. And you want to choose this baseline grid. And when I now select the baseline grid, we can now see that it is active on our document. And if I just try to zoom in on our baseline grid and text, you can see that it isn't set up for our text right here. But we can actually do that. So if you want to fit our text to the baseline grid, so the first thing you want to do is to actually measure the height from the top of our document down to our text right here. So we can do that if we just select a rectangle frame tool. Let's just zoom in and just start your frame right here in the top of the document and just drag it down to our text right here. We can just zoom in so we can get it a bit more precise. Something like this. From here, we actually want to take the height of this box we have just created. So just take this and copy it. Now we want to open our preferences panel. We can do that if we go up in Edit and go down to Preferences and just choose Grids. And in here we can see that we have the grids. And the first option is actually our baseline grid that we can adjust. In here there is two settings that we would like to change. The first is the start, and that is actually where we want our baseline to start. And we have just measured that with our box right here, and we want to start it right here. So I can actually just paste in our number that we copied before, Ctrl V to paste this. And if I now press OK, we can see that the baseline grid is now starting in the correct place. And it now fits our text. But now you can see that it doesn't fit with the leading of the other lines. So we want to change that. And to actually find the correct number for that, we want to select our text. And we want to just copy our leading for our text. So this is 15 points. So just copy this. And then go in the preferences again, under grid. And in here we want to go down where it says increment every. And you can see that it is right now set to 12 points. And that is why it doesn't fit right here with the other lines. So we want to copy our number in here. So it now says 15. And now look what happens if I press OK. You can see that our baseline grid now fits all of our lines right here. And we have actually now set up our baseline grid, and we can now actually align our text to this grid. So let's just delete this box we created before. And to actually align the text to our grid, we want to select all of our text. We can do that by just selecting the text and press Ctrl A to select all of the text. From here, we want to go up in the top bar and choose the paragraph formatting controls. Now these options will now appear. And you want to go over right here where it says align to baseline grid. You can see that it is right now set to this, do not align to baseline grid. But if I now try to click right here, you can see that our text is now aligned to baseline grid. Sometimes this doesn't work, and that could be because you want to just adjust the baseline grid a bit. So let's just go into the preferences again. So let's say that we have measured wrong and the start actually was 16 millimeters. You can see that if I now try to lock the baseline grid, it will remove. And it shouldn't do that. So if I just go back, so when you align the text to the baseline grid, it shouldn't move. And if it doesn't do that, you know that you have done this correctly. So yeah, that is actually how to set up a baseline grid in Adobe InDesign. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found this video helpful. Don't forget to subscribe and like the video. That was all for now. See you in the next one.